Cancer, welcome to Light Guided and your monthly energy reading. Lisa here. I'm going to be doing your general energy reading for September. At Light Guided, we really focus on messages for the soul and for your growth and healing. So we hope that you'll find some comfort and clarity here in these messages. However, these messages are general and they're not going to resonate for everyone. So feel free to take what does resonate and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can check us out at the link below, lightguided.com. We also offer intuitive counseling and distance energy healing. So with that, Cancer, I'm going to go ahead and jump in. I'm going to start with a general setting the tone of the reading using a gemstone card, and then we'll look at recent past. What are you emerging from? What energies are you emerging from? And what are you moving into? What are the current energies? I'll also look at the conscious level, subconscious level, and higher conscious level. What needs to be healed and released, what needs to be sustained, and what needs to be started in the month of September, as well as the outcome. And then I like to pull some soul cards for you as well. All right, we have the energy of patience. I don't even know if I want to try to say that one. Pyromorphite. I'm having a hard enough time speaking today, no less trying to pronounce some of these gemstones, but it's a beautiful stone, Pyromorphite. I'm going to read what this stone is. I'm not familiar with it. I want to make sure that you get the messages that you need. Okay. With Pyromorphite, this crystal is connected to the solar plexus and heart energy or heart chakras. Pyromorphite is a rare, sought-after crystal with a unique and powerful medicine. A wonderful crystal for someone who requires assistance in finding more patience in life. It holds the medicine of self-esteem and assertiveness, encouraging you to listen to the voice within and make positive decisions and choices. This magical crystal encourages you to find deeper belief and respect in the self. Beautiful. Great way to start the reading. So let's go ahead and look now, Cancer, at what energies are you emerging from? Looking at recent past. And I also like to think of these energies as supporting the energy that you're moving into. So we're always emerging from and moving into energy. So we have the energy of all tied up. And this energy actually came out in the reverse. So I actually feel like for some of you, there's a very quick shift happening here. There was a situation here for you where you did feel kind of tied up, and that you emerged very, very quickly from that. And it's catapulting you right into this next energy for September. So I'm hearing quickness. I'm hearing there's a quickness here. Move quickly. I'm getting two messages here, and I'm hearing there's some clarification that wants to come out on this all tied up card for some of you, and for others of you there's like the energy of no, let's just move on, don't need to know that. Not interested. So I'm going to pull a couple of clarifiers and I'll try to move through a little quickly here. Okay, so some of you have gone through a really painful change, a painful shift in this death and rebirth process. I'm noticing here, so death is the number 13 and all tied up is the number 23. When you reduce those numbers, you have 4 and 5. So this death and rebirth energy that was pretty powerful, it feels like there was kind of a shock to your system, something that happened quickly as well. And you just want to move through it quickly. You're just trying to move through it quickly. And it may be that for some of you, you just aren't interested in understanding what happened. It was too painful, or for some of you, it's like, been there, done that. I don't need to wallow in this energy. I already know what it is, and I can just move forward quickly and come out whole on the other side. And the energy of High Priestess confirms that you may be using your intuition and your quote unquote magical powers to move you through that energy quickly, because you want to move right into the Nine of Cups. You're ready to move right into the Nine of Cups. No more of this. I'm hearing the word BS. Okay. No more of this BS stuff. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready for the next best thing. Okay. All right. Now with that, let's look at current energies. Current energies for the month of September for Cancer. Woo, let your spirit be your guide. And 32 reduces into the number 5 as well. So yeah, I can understand why you're anxious to move forward. It's like there's an energy here that you're recognizing. Again, like you just recognize, okay, I don't need to be caught up in that energy. I can move forward. Spirit has something better for me ahead. Excuse me, I have a little tickle in my throat. For some of you, I am seeing here this turquoise energy. For some of you, and with my throat tickling, there may be something around speaking your truth, or having felt restricted and now coming into a space of freedom around that, or vice versa. I'm hearing for some of you that the reason that you're wanting to move forward so quickly right now, like this energy of let's go, is because you have been very patient in your life. You have been very patient in the past, and you have been patient with other people, with other situations, and again, you're just done. You're just over it. You're like, I don't need to be patient anymore. I know what I need to do. I know what needs to happen. Spirit's on my side. We're moving forward. Let's get the show on the road. All right, Cancer, let's look at subconsciously what's happening in this energy for the month of September. Let's get the show on the road. That's what I'm hearing. Let's get the show on the road. Let's get the show on the road. I'm excited to see what's coming up here for you all. So yeah, at the subconscious level, there's that grieving. Again, for some of you, this could be a conscious decision not to be in the energy of grieving, whatever this situation was that happened, to move forward quickly. Or again, for others of you, it may be that, hey, I've had this experience before. I know how this is going to play out. I know that I can move forward. I don't have to hold on to this energy. I can do the grieving that I need to do and then move on. Yeah, more strongly, I'm getting the energy of like, I've been here before, I've done this before, I can just move forward now. We have the energy of clarity. I'm noticing this similarity in the energies between clarity and grieving. We have this globe here, lots of light around the globe. So there's a sense of, like I said, that emerging energy from, hey, been here before, I'm moving through this grief pretty quickly, through this process pretty quickly, into this energy of clarity. And still I'm feeling that sense of, I don't know, there's a sense of spiritual urgency here, almost like your spirit knows it needs to move you forward more quickly as well than maybe you're ready for. So for some of you, there may be that dynamic happening here where your spirit is way far ahead of you and you're kind of in the physical body, kind of like getting dragged along by spirit, you know? And we have the energy of reconciliation, and the way that is coming across to me now, as I had that sense of that energy of spirit dragging you forward, it's like you need to come into some alignment with your spiritual self, and vice versa. So spiritually and physically coming into more alignment so that you can move through this experience in a more grounded way, in a way that you're feeling more whole. And again, this is just for some of you. Some of you are feeling very on the game, on the ball, ready to move forward. But there are some of you that are feeling like you're being dragged along by spirit and you're not quite ready, and it's causing some difficulty for you. Let's look now at the conscious level. What's happening at the conscious level for Cancer? And just so you know, I do not read these cards in the reverse. So at the conscious level, you are really working on what it means to be in an energy of well-being, what it means to you to be balanced and to be nourished and nurtured. There's something very magical happening in this energy for you. For those of you that are on this path, that you feel pretty clear about where you're going and that you don't feel like you're being dragged by spirit, for those of you that are more in that energy, that are in alignment with spirit at this time, you're recognizing the well-being that comes from that relationship, and that connection with spirit is also full of abundance. The transformation is part of the journey. The transformation, I'm seeing it here too in the grief, right? And we're seeing that here in the well-being card. It's like you can have the experience of grief and you can still be in well-being. That whatever those energies are that come up in our lives, we don't have to let them take us down or out. We don't have to go down the rabbit hole. We can allow the feelings to be there. We can still allow ourselves to be in an energy of well-being. The energy of blessings. So same idea here. I feel like for many of you, you are in a space where even through these challenging times, you are able to see the blessings. You're able to receive the blessings. I did get a message. There are some of you that are resisting the blessings. And it may be those of you that are in that energy of feeling like you're being dragged by spirit, that spirit is much further along than where you're ready to be right now, that it's harder for you to see those blessings, but that the blessings are absolutely here. The blessings are totally available to you. And as you can be in the energy of receiving those blessings, seeing those blessings, embracing them, you do come into that alignment of more well-being. And in that, we also have the energy of good luck, which is like, hey, even when this stuff is happening, even when I'm in an energy of grief or whatever's going on in my life, I can still be in a space of serendipity, of manifestation, of well-being, of receiving those blessings, of recognizing that I have good luck, recognizing that I'm hearing I am the source of my good luck. I am the source of my good luck. So you're still in an energy of empowerment. You're still, in fact, some of you emerging from these prior energies, you may be in a stronger energy of empowerment now than you were prior to that situation, whatever that cycle was for you. That now you're recognizing, wow, I'm even stronger than I was before. My ability to manifest is stronger than it was before. Now we're going to look at the higher conscious levels. The energy of manifestation. Absolutely. You are completely available to this energy. You are completely available to this. You understand how spirit is working through you at this time. You are a willing and able participant in that energy, moving, creating in your life, manifesting in your life. What you haven't seen yet, you're waiting for the outcome. So you're in an energy of manifestation. You're fully empowered. You're getting this. You're on the path, but there's a part of you, you haven't seen the result of this manifestation. So you're wondering, well, am I doing it right? Am I, things like that. And so there's so much to talk about around manifestation, too much for this reading, but there are ways that we can manifest that set the intention in motion in the universe and it could take years before we see a result. But that result is happening. It's like on an energetic level, everything that needs to happen is coming together. And part of that is when we manifest, the universe is mirroring our energy and our intentions. So I don't feel like, for many of you that are in this manifestation energy, I don't feel like you are holding on, but I do feel like you're anxious about the outcome. You're wondering, you know that you have the manifestation power, but you're wondering where the tangible results are from your manifestation ability. And again, it's like manifestation is happening in that energetic level all the time. So I'll have to do some kind of reading at some point on manifestation. It's something I've been learning more about, and it's really interesting. I've been learning some new skills and new ways of looking at manifestation, and I'm feeling that here for you as well, that you might benefit from, learning some new skills around manifestation. Even though you're very strong, you have all the tools, but there's just a few refinements that could happen that'll make your manifestation power even more incredible. We have the energy of talent. I feel like for many of you, this is a hidden energy. I feel like there are many of you that have, I'll say spiritual talents, but there are other talents that you have. There are other things that you, I'm hearing for some of you, this is around mediumship, around being very psychic, and you're kind of holding back some of that talent. For some of you, you're not quite sure what to do with it. You recognize it, you're comfortable with it, you're aware of it, but you're not quite sure what to do with it. Well, what does it mean? Because I have this talent, what does that mean? Should I be working with people? Should I just keep it as something that I do on my own? Like, what does it mean to you? So there's kind of a sense of reconciliation around understanding, if this talent that you have is something you want to use in the world in a different way than you're using it now. And finally, we have the energy of career. And again, that kind of ties into talent. So there may be some of you that are wondering about if you should take this talent, use this talent to manifest that into a career, or if you can improve your current career through the talent that you have. So I'm getting kind of mixed here. Again, that kind of two different groups of you. There are some of you that are going to begin to refine whatever this talent is for you, that you're going to begin to refine that and use it in your current career path. Use that skill to help you along the journey that you're already on with your career. For others of you, and I feel like this message came up for a couple of other signs as well, very similar. I think it was Sagittarius and Scorpio, where this is about evolving your talent into a new career. So some of you will be actually looking ahead at a new career. For most of you in this reading, that energy has not manifested yet. The energy of taking this talent and making it a new career. For most of you, that's something that's down the road, but you're kind of looking at it. You're kind of assessing and determining, well, maybe I could use this talent in some way to create a career for myself. And I'm getting a very, very specific message here for some of you. There are some of you that are involved with using crystals and stones, and I'm seeing labradorite. So either if you have labradorite and this message is really resonating for you, or there may be a message there that there might be a career path for you in working with crystals, whether that's in a healing capacity. I'm seeing it more in the capacity of like selling crystals, using crystals, not as you as the healer and the practitioner, but you selling those stones to other people that use them in that way. So again, that's for a very select few of you, but that called out to me, that came out strongly here. I'm also getting for some of you, like on this career path, the career journey, that you're just kind of weary, There's a weariness about, it may be that you have been climbing the corporate ladder, or, you know, climbing the ladder of success, so to speak. And you may just be weary by that particular path that you have been on, because it no longer excites you. It no longer interests you. You look at that corporate ladder, the work ahead, and you're kind of like, oh yeah, I definitely have to make a shift. I can't keep doing this the same way. All right, beautiful. Let's look at what needs to be healed and released. Okay. What needs to be healed is doubt. I release the need to know all the answers. So that's also, you know, a little bit about trust, faith, and I'm hearing the word cooperation, so that may mean something to some of you, cooperation. Maybe collaborating with other people, allowing other people's talents, allowing other people's energy to shine in a way that you're working cooperatively together and not worrying that you're being outshined, you know, that other people are outshining you. Scorpio had a similar message about everybody having their own talents and really recognizing that we all have our own special way of being in the world, and we each get to do that in a way that works for us. And what needs to be sustained? We have several messages here. I'm going to go ahead and take all of these. I'm noticing, first of all, right off, each of these cards has indigo or lavender, very much about intuition and our spiritual connection. So what needs to be sustained at this time is really your connection with spirit, your connection with intuition. We have the energy of relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my higher good. There's a powerful message in this. There's a powerful message here to be able to describe this empowered place. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good, not just, hey, people who are part of my higher good, can you be here? But people who serve your higher good. And it's not an ego issue. This is not an issue of, you know, hierarchy or anything like that. But this is an issue of recognizing fully your value. And this, I believe this is a similar message that came out at the beginning of the reading. It's like recognizing your value and then moving, you know, being so clear, just being so clear that only people that serve that higher good are allowed into your inner circle, so to speak. And that's from lessons learned. That's from where you've been, and now you recognize this. Very powerful energy for you. Empathy. I am open to seeing both sides of a situation. So even though you're strong, even though you're clear, you can also be, and you don't have to let them into your energy just because you're empathetic. And having courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. So if there are any areas, first, I feel like this is the message for some others of you in this reading. Again, kind of two distinct groups here, but I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. If you're experiencing that fear, if you're experiencing that doubt, now is the time to continue to find those areas of inner strength, those times that you've been courageous, and allowing that to continue to play out, to continue to connect in with the energy of courage. And let's look at what needs to be started. What can be started or begun? Beautiful energy. The energy of gratitude. I'm thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. I feel like this is that, while a lot of the reading had this kind of masculine energy to it, that quickness, that fiery energy, the energy of gratitude is more that energy of feminine, you know, being appreciative, being grateful, and allowing that gratitude to balance out all the other energies here. Okay, so where you have a lot of fire, where you have a lot of clarity, where you have a lot of male kind of energy, moving forward quickly, etc., allowing gratitude to be that balancing point for you. All right, let's look finally at the outcome. I'm being directed to pull from a couple different decks here, so give me just a moment. Which one first? Okay. So the cards that I'm being directed to use, these tend to give much more detailed messages. So let's see what is here. So there's an outcome for, okay. So there'll be an outcome for each group. For group one. Okay. For those of you that feel like you're being dragged by spirit right now and you're not quite there, and maybe you're in this growth or transition period where things just aren't feeling that great, but you recognize that, you know, spirit's moving along and everything's moving pretty quickly. Your outcome is this beautiful energy of door to spirit. You're stepping right into this beautiful transformational energy that is just going to light your life up. It's just going to light your life up. And part of that is, you know, being patient to allowing that to unfold. And for others of you that are in the energy, that quick energy, that energy of let's get the show on the road, let's get things moving, trying to manifest things. I'm working on my career. I'm making this change. Let's see what the outcome is there for you. Okay. Walking away in the reverse. And this is the energy of reduced 27 is reduced to 9. So end of cycle in reverse. I feel like this is that energy of, again, like walking right into something. You're stepping forward quickly right into this energy. And I feel like the message there for you in part is it's okay to move quickly because you're trusting the process, but it's also okay to slow down just a little bit and be attuned to the process. So not just trusting it, yes, trusting the process, that's important, but being attuned to what's going on, not just rushing your way through that. And that was kind of the message here when we started, but that energy for some of you has maintained all the way through this reading. So I feel like this is a reminder to be attuned to what's happening. And I think what that is pay attention to what's happening, give time and attention to it. So for some of you, that might look like meditating and really meditating on what is going on, being in a space of gratitude. And also another message came out here of healer of the ages. And I feel like that's an energy for both groups. That even though it's looking a little different for each of you right now, that this is the energy you're moving into as an outcome. And I want to pull my normal outcome cards too. The cards I usually use for outcome. I'm going to pull some of these as well and see what other messages Spirit has for you. Yeah. Awesome. Woohoo. Okay, sweet. Beautiful, beautiful messages. So outcomes, coming home to yourself. This is for both groups now. This is really about, I'm hearing there are a couple messages here, but basically this is about coming home to yourself. Coming home to all parts of yourself. So no matter what is showing up there, that you're coming home to it. You're not running away from who you are. You're embracing it. You're stepping into it. You're allowing it to be what it is. And that is going to energize and empower you. The energy of freedom. This is the same energy, by the way, as all tied up, where we kind of feel like we're trapped in something, but actually we're not. It's sort of a choice. It's like we are, maybe in our thinking we're trapped in something, but in spirit we're never trapped. We're never stuck. So I feel like also for some of you that there's going to be a renewed energy and sense of freedom that's coming forward as you navigate this in the month of September. A new energy of freedom, a new energy of Okay, I'm hearing for some of you that you're afraid of this freedom. So you're afraid of being free. You're afraid of what this energy could mean for you. So if you have some blocks around that, that might be something to look into. However, on the overall, we have the energy of happiness. The energy of happiness. And what I'm hearing for most of you is remember that the energy of happiness is always a choice. We get to choose our own happiness. It's not that external circumstances make us happy. We might like certain circumstances more than other circumstances, but in fact, we choose our happiness. So I feel like that's the final message here for you, and the outcome. The outcome message is about choosing your own happiness. I'm going to pull a soul card and then a heart and soul card as your final messages as we close this reading. This is your soul card. It says, what else could this mean? There are always multiple ways to look at every situation. Our first reaction is usually rooted in our fears and limiting beliefs. Look at a situation today by stepping outside of the trigger and ask, what else could this mean? Brilliant. And then let's pull a heart and soul message to close the reading for Cancer. I have two messages here for you. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. I love this card. This is one of my favorites. The colors and stuff. You are a beautiful soul full of wisdom, compassion, and great love. If you feel trapped, it is because you have created your own bondage. It is time to free yourself of the guilt that has kept you feeling stuck and allow the sacred rhythms of life to flow through you once more. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. And we have this one. Every challenge provides an opportunity to discover a deeper meaning to life. Each challenge can be a gateway to something greater. Use your intuition and creative powers. Many solutions exist. Move beyond fear and you'll discover that there are no limits apart from the limits that we ourselves have placed. Okay, beautiful souls. Thank you, Cancer. And with that, we send you much love and thank you so much for being here. We hope that these messages have brought you some clarity and comfort. Until next time, be well.